Warning, Hebrews Toys Reviews is not intended for children. It is for adult collectors and the people over the age of 18.
Hello everybody, Hebrew77 here, and welcome to Hebrew Toys Reviews. And today is Tuesday, and that can mean only one thing: Star Trek Month continues. But we are closing in at the end of Star Trek Month with only about three more figures left to review. But today we'll be talking about Chief Engineer Jordy La Forge. We saw Jordy La Forge from the first season way early on, but today we'll be looking at second season and beyond Jordy La Forge as he works his way through the role of Lieutenant Jordy La Forge and Chief Engineer. So just sit back, excuse me, but I believe that you are sorely mistaken. Wait, no, not about Jordy La Forge, but about Star Trek Month coming to a close. You see, my captain has highly recommended that Star Trek Month go on until February. Oh no, not you again. Look, I could care less what your captain thinks. After this month is over, Star Trek Month is over. Well, we shall see about that. You do a good review today on Jordy La Forge, and I shall put in good notes in with my captain. Very well then. Well, with that being said, on with the review. And here you have two different Lieutenant Jordy La Forges. We're going to look at this one first because he is the official Lieutenant Jordy La Forge, the one with bendable arms and legs, and the only one I have with a visor on his head. Now this visor was meant to be removable, and it is one of the most lost parts if you get this kind of Jordy La Forge. Some of the visors on this figure that came with this figure were removable, some were not. Some were permanently glued to the head, which in retrospect is probably a pretty good idea. Now this figure is very bendable. You can move him at the arms and legs as such, and the one I have has actually really good tight joints. Now, even though this is a second season figure, the stirrups are still at the bottom of the pants here, and I think that happens often with the engineering type action figures. Now this Jordy La Forge, along with this one, which this is my original Jordy La Forge from Star Trek Generations. Both of them came with a case like this. Now the colors varied in which Jordy La Forge you got. So, you know, and these cases opened up. And the thing is, I had something fall out of there. Sometimes, see, these cases opened up, and sometimes you could put stuff in there, like I had that in there. I believe this might be, probably didn't go in there. Maybe I just put it in there. I don't know. But nonetheless, you could fit stuff in there. Now I can't find out where that went. We'll do that next time. Let's see if there's anything in this case. Nope. Yep, a tricorder. See, and that was something that was severely needed in most of the Star Trek figures, is they did come with a lot of accessories. Where'd that thing go? I'll find it later. Some of the Geordi La Forges came with this, a dilithium crystal. And I noticed my Lieutenant Barclay, when I got him, his came with one as well. Of course, you had your standard issue phaser, which came with all of the figures that weren't doctors. And one of the Geordi La Forges came with this. This is something you would plug into the warp core drive or whatever to analyze it and to get a readout or whatever the case may be. So with Generations Geordi La Forge, of course, just like with all the Generations figures, the arms are not fully posable and neither are the legs. The visors are not removable on these figures. They were glued on. However, when I was younger and I collected these, I did remove the visor off of this particular figure, obviously. Now, these kind of visors, which is on that figure, will fit on the Generations figure, but not very well, as they are not shaped for this. However, what I do feel is a significant replacement is a staple. Yes, that's right, a staple. Anyway, so we showed, god dang it, we showed in our last review that we did of Geordi La Forge was a red shirt, and he was junior grade Geordi La Forge. So there were many Geordi La Forges made, and we have two more to talk about, as we have the 7th season All Good Things Geordi La Forge and Geordi La Forge, which was a chameleon creature. And well, that's looking at Geordi La Forge. How do I like the figure? I like him okay, I guess. You know, he represents who Geordi La Forge was on the series quite well, and comes with some pretty cool accessories. No matter what version of him you get, you still get the case and the little tricorder and whatnot have you, except with the exception of the 7th season action figure All Good Things and the chameleon figure. You get a set of visors with each figure, which is kind of cool as well. So I highly recommend this figure. He is Chief Engineer and should be a part of anyone's Star Trek The Next Generation collection. I wouldn't say it was a perfect review, but it was satisfactory nonetheless. I would have to say that my captain is going to be most pleased. It's a shame, too, because I really have been enjoying coming down and visiting this primitive planet. I'd like to study more about it. Well, you can certainly do that next year for Star Trek Month. Until then, this has been Hebrew77 saying, knowing isn't just half the battle, it's the whole damn war. I'll see you then. I believe you're going to make me wait another year. 1 to beam directly to Ryson. I'm taking my vacation. Huh?